Took time. Okay, I think it should be fine now. Wow, it was just too bad. It was not corresponding. I hope I am loud and clear. Can somebody type something that I am loud and clear? Then I know exactly if we should proceed. The internet has been cornering. If not, we're supposed to have a make way before now. So that's where we are now, guys. Thank you for joining the show. Yes. Thank you, guys, for joining the show. Wow, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome, guys, to the show. I hope I'm loud and clear. Yes, loud and clear. Okay, then we can hit the road because I had a little problem the first time I tried to set it up, but I think this should be fine now, so we can get started. So thank you, guys. Welcome to the house. Welcome to VicoReal_space, and the local time here is 23.13. That's in the evening, PM. So, and I can see Island Girl. Thank you for joining the show. Eldred, welcome. Thank you for joining the show. And Mr. Nice, thank you for having you on board. Thank you, highly welcome. Evade, darling, welcome. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. It's been a while. Yes, Picture Thinker. Thank you, guys. Sorry I wasted your time before the internet. You know, it was giving me signal. Your internet is not stable, and I was wondering. I'm wondering these few days. It's really been a disappointing in a way, because normally you see this in the third world country, but when you see it here, I don't know if it's like when they were installing their G5, in which most of the cables were being led in front of people's houses to their houses. Then at that time we expected we had a lot of this sort of stuff by then, but that's well like a year ago. So, but it's okay. Probably they're working somewhere. But well, welcome, guys. Sunia, thank you for joining the show. Thank you. So, well, we keep talking. It's going to be a civil conversation based on everybody's idea. Everybody, if you have something to put on the table, well, the screen is yours. Just say something and we pick up from there. It's just going to be a random, miscellaneous talks that can just lead us around, provided, let's be guided by the YouTube rule in a civil way. So that makes sense, to have everybody on board to be able to discuss about common issues that that bothers around each and every person, apart from the reactions that we normally have or listen to in the village. That's been a lot from everyone, and we all know exactly the position where things are on a daily basis. When we listen to various reactors from their own perspective of putting out there, so we've been able to gather a lot, and I think we have a lot. So I just wanted something different, something fresh, something energetic, just to energize us from another perspective. So that's exactly what we're doing here right now today. So, and everybody's idea is also welcome. Just put something right here and we iron it out. We talk about it. It's part of the show. So let's get started. Yes, Mr. Nice. How are you doing, Mr. Nice? I want to start with you. We want to help you grow this channel. So you have to join us often, because like in the mornings or in the midday, sometimes when I do the frolicking, sometimes there are new people that come on board and also want to connect from other channels. Most of them have their own people. Most of them, they have their own people. And from there too, that's how I was also able to expand and also make new friends and new subscribers, because I was able to go around most of all these channels too. Some, it can be small in nature, you can see it small, but when they have shows, you find loads and loads of people attending, and it's all about connecting the bridges, connecting with each other, which is also good. So that has in a way been able to help me to pick up. So that's exactly, yes, Mr. Nice, no problem. So Yvette said, Mr. Nice, is that really your photo? Yes, Mr. Nice was able to reveal himself the other day. We saw him, and it was quite nice. I felt a little bit of a relief, not really relief. It's not that I was really bothered about that, because I know there are loads and loads of channels that are faceless, and even some that have a face, but when they make videos, it's only their voices that you hear. It's only their voices that you hear. You don't see the person that is talking, only the voices that you hear. And people get used to it. People like it. So, but it's okay. We have to accept what it is and let it be. That's it. So, Mr. Nice, but I cannot do force, and I don't know this was that type of stream. I didn't know this was that type of stream. So, well, false. No, it's not a problem, Mr. Nice. It's not a problem. Just it's just a general talk. It's just a general talk. It's not about criticism. It's not about taking side. It's not about we all have our own way of doing things, and we also need to accept it like that. So it's not about criticism. Sorry if I'm not misquoted. So it's just a general expression. So just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. So that's exactly what it is. Shown by fruits. Yvette said shown by fruits. What does that mean? Because real force is the same as a sub for sub. Okay. Okay, sub for sub. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes there are people that come in, and it's like that. Then it's like I try to give everybody a chance. If that's what the person wants, fine. And if the person doesn't want to, it's okay. But sometimes you have to be able to incorporate other people's wishes, but that doesn't disturb anybody, because it's just everybody has intention, the need for wherever you go to what you want. I had to remove my comment spelling it out. Okay. Everybody, you express yourself one way or the other, because it's like driving. You want to take a drive to New York, or you want to take a drive to Louisiana. And you're hitting this way or you're hitting the other way. But at the end of the day, probably at the end of the road, we'll all come to the middle to meet. So this is exactly what I see here, but it's not really a problem. So, what's really happening in the world? Well, we saw a picture of Mrs. Macron laying hands on the small guy, Macron, the student that we ever knew. Hello, Maureen. Welcome to the house. Hi, Vico. I never catch you live. Hi, dear. Thank you. Thank God today you've catch us live. I'm so happy to have you on board, Maureen. Oh, that's true. That's true. I haven't really noticed you on board. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Welcome. You're welcome. No problem. So last week, this the whole saga was on. She looks manly. Man, he will always, no matter what, remains as her student. Guys, what do you guys expect? What do you think? Yeah, she sees him in that way. Well, it's not just allegedly, it's from what we saw. The pictures, the pictures were there. The everything was there. The video was there. So, man, we are shocked. We can imagine inside the house what it will look like. Man, the poor guy cannot even open his mouth to talk. Who knows what he was about saying to Madame? And Madame just with the two hands, boom. This was so, I haven't seen a thing like this. Well, probably it happened in the bedrooms. Yeah, in the bedroom, you can imagine. But inside, it was a different ball game out there by the cockpit. The pilot would have seen it. The air hostesses would have seen it. The presidential aides would have seen everything. Talk less of the poor lady coming in with the yellow vest. And she saw what she couldn't see. And when the boss said, okay, okay, and then she turned back, put her face down, and walked out. Oh my God, I think all the journalists will approach her. She will have to recall that story to most media houses, MSN, because she saw it firsthand. She saw it. She was one of the people that saw it firsthand. I think that was it. That in Hanoi or so. So that lady has a story to tell, generation to generation. That's on what she saw that day. Man, I think she should be able to charge them, make money out of it. Okay, let me say hello to Gladys Miss GK. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. Unapologetic Real Talk. Hey, welcome. Hey, Vico, finally caught up live. Yes, thank you, hon. Welcome. So Gladys, yes, she married her student. Yes, Yvette, that's what it is. He remains her student, and that's it. Gladys Miss GK, are you talking about the slap or the shove of the week? I don't know whether it was shove or slap, but I saw two hands because I tried to, revisualize the whole thing many times. Look at it. And I saw two hands with the red jacket she had, boom, on the mouth. So I don't know what he would have said to her that could have provoked her. Oh my God. Or like was trying to shut him up. Shut up. Boom. Shut up. Because it was straight on the mouth. That's what I saw. Not really on the side, but the two hands, boom. So this was something else. Hey, Dr. Cheryl, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Hello, Vico Space. I just saw you on the feed. Just came from Jetty's live. Yes, Jetty was live. Yeah, I have to do mine now because if not, it will be too late for my sleeping hour. Angela, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Unapologetic Real Talk. You're welcome, beautiful. Thank you, Angela. Okay, yes. Robinak, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. You cannot shame the shameless. she still treats him like his people. Of course, a people of 15 years. 15 years, my God. Probably he's never known any other woman other than her. Apart from the mother, then this one is almost the same, the age of the mother or the father. Oh my God. Island Girl said, Angela, heavy. I'm behind the curtains. Mr. Nice, Angela. Yes, Gladys. Oh, I missed that like. Dr. Cherry, hi, Angela. Okay, Mary Moore. Greetings, Rico. Mary Moore, Mary Moore. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, darling. And everyone chatting. Yeah, the thing is that he remains the student, and he's never going to remain whatever he becomes in life is a student. She sees him in that eye. She sees him like that child. She would tell in the class, sit down here. Only that the stubborn child said, hey, madam, not just sitting down, but I want you. It's like she just couldn't imagine, because I remember that time when the father had to even send him from his province to Paris, hoping to separate him from the teacher, the mistress. And he was still coming back to her. And when asked, and she said, better talk to your son. Talk to your son. It's like the son went to the big jar and said, hey, man, I'm not never going to let this go. Yeah, it lived inside. It lived inside here, and it grew and developed. And man, this is what we saw here. So inside, we don't know what will happen. Inside, it could be even a clean pa. Because this is outside by the cockpit. The pilot would have been there watching. Likewise, the air hostess. Likewise, the aides. And likewise, even the Hanoi airport official trying to climb up with her yellow vest. She has a story to tell the world, to tell the press in Hanoi about what she saw. It's a story that will accompany her for the rest of her life. And how lucky she could have been. Man, everybody will be lucky to see one president being bah. It's a very beautiful story. Honestly. Hello. Yes, yes, yes. Unapologetic Real Talk. Come on, guys. Show Vico some love and hit the like button. Thanks, thanks. I need those likes. Please donate. Yes. So, Check Choma, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Thank you for finding time to join. I know you guys are still 1 hour behind us, but it's okay. We keep moving. It's not going to be a long one, so it's still okay. So, Mary Mo, Dr. Cheryl again. Hello, sis. Yes. Mary M. Yes. It sounds like Charlie and his queen. Yeah, no, I don't think the Charlie and the queen, don't think she will ever do that. If she would have done that, I think Charlie would have said, hey, man, hey, lady, sorry, you're in the wrong court. Sorry, you're in the wrong court. Or even the kid. That one could have heard about it. Oh, my God. Probably would have said, either she's out or I am out. Make the choice. So anyway, we know there are some small wranglings in that part of the world. Oh, check Choma, 10:28. Oh, you people are still, an hour behind us, while we are 23:29. So just an hour behind us. But it's still fine. It's okay. I had liked on my way in. Yes, guys. So, guys, the story, this gist is so hot. It's so hot. Everybody, every mainstream media is carrying it. But, well, we want to see at the end of the tenure what will happen. Will it last? Because one is aging, 72, and the other one is just, is it 46 or 47? Yeah. So the difference is quite much. It's quite much. If it were even 10 years, it's still okay. But 27 years, 20 something years, it's huge. Then to be treated like that, this is a fine boy connection, what we call it in Africa. Fine boy connection. He's a fine guy. He's a good looking guy, man. Many people, many women, corporate women, women in politics too, who will be there. We'll be there to take him anytime, man. And this one here, well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen when they go back. We see. But anyway, but these guys, if you guys haven't forgotten, he's taken a slap before from somebody in the public, where he went somewhere to commission something and. In one of the province, he's taken a slap from one other young man, not really a young man. Okay, they said a man of 50 years in the crowd that just bam. So what is this slap for? That's what we just don't understand. Is he used to this taking things like this, or he never returned it? Because at a point, somebody has to learn to return. I think if they were to do this to to TRUM, I think he will return immediately. I think he would have returned immediately. No matter how good you are, there are some extents, there are some people, that man, they won't give a damn. It will be an instant return. So, well, some good guys, some wrong guys, but well, that was his choice. He made that choice from at the age of 15. It was too early, and the one would have thought when he grows up, when he becomes a little bit older, that probably he would have changed and look for something new and fresh. But he chose to remain there, as if he stopped. We don't know, but that's the way it is. So that tingle is over. Now, we just bring another gist. Any other gist on the table? Let's iron it out. Let's see. Gladys Miske said, did you see the analysis that was done by Candace Owen? She alleged that Bridget was born. He then transformed to, yeah. I don't believe that story. She has 2 kids. Is it 2 or 3 kids? She has 2 or 3 kids. One of them was the classmate, his classmate. Yeah, we are not calling too much names here anyway. It's the same thing. Well, it's all done. One of them was Emmanuel's classmate. So I don't think. Yeah, I watched that. What did I say? That analysis that Candace Owen did. I watched it, but I don't really. I wouldn't believe on that. I wouldn't believe on that. I think she's a woman. It's a woman. It's just, well, maybe her character. When things happen, people have to really start wondering, bringing A plus B to really weigh the situation. What could have led to this? Could this be the reason? Or that sort of a thing. But well, at the end of the day, well, he became the man there. He boss over the pupil, and the pupil now becomes a subordinate, even while representing a whole country, while representing a country, because this is not even inside their bedroom. It's not even inside their bedroom. This could have been done conveniently in their bedroom. But this is in a public place. This is in a presidential jet that belongs to the state, that represents the state. Yeah, in front of the whole world. It's like in a theater, coming out in front of the theater and showcasing what you have, what you know how to do best. So that was what we saw. We saw probably a repetition of what that has been happening inside the house, inside the bedroom, inside the kitchen or the living room. The only thing is that this one was made wide open before the world stage, and it could be captured minute by minute, through the zoom, through the lenses of the cameras. So we saw a different thing here. I haven't seen this one before. That is spouse between. Well, it was a good, awakening experience. Something for one to really reflect on for the whole week. Yeah. So, but then we see when we talk about the women abuse. Now we see a men abuse. So a man can also be abused. What do you guys think? A man was abused, mishandled, and abused. Yeah. So Angela, I made a succulent ground beef lasagna today, and lots of soft mozzarella and ricotta cheese, and lots of fresh basil. Mouth-watering good. Wow, that was lovely. You had so much in it. I wish I was there to have a bite. That sounds good, Angela. Oh my God, girl, that sounds so delicious. It was your neighbor. So, Mary Moore, Yvette, yes, it's divine. Mary Angela, I wish I could send you a piece. Yes, maybe next time. It's the mozzarella cheese for me. Mary, I know it was so good. Yes. Maridon cheese. Check Choma, Bridget, looks fantastic for 72. Yes, for 72 Choma, you can imagine, the money is there. So, surgery of all sorts. You can see the surgery is there. If you look at from the forehead down to the cheek to the But the only one you can't really change is this one because of the nerves. But sometimes people take the risk too. They still do it too. They still do it too because man, they just look at yourself. If you feel you have the money and probably you're going to live long, are you going to live unhappy with how you look like and the money is there and modern medicine, surgery can correct that. So people take all that into consideration and they try to, try out something. Yeah, it gives somebody at least a good feeling at the end of the day. Yes, Dr. Cheryl, Marymore, you love to cook, girl. My son-in-law makes a great lasagna. Wow, that's good. That's good, Dr. Cheryl. Yes, Yvette, 72. What? Wow. Yes, she's 72, and he's 47 or so, or 46, somewhere around there. So, hey, five erudition 3. Welcome to the house. Thanks, Yomi Mary. Thank you for joining the show, Fev. So check to my vet. That's what my Alexa says. Wow. And Fev Angela, check to my yes. Mary, I will eat an apple. Yes. So Fev, yes. Maureen, Angela, try matoke and beef few. Okay. Matoke. I've heard that matoke too much. Where is it from? Is it a Ugandan food or is it a Kenyan? I think it's in between both countries to eat it. So that's true. Gladys Miske, this Bridget story brings to mind the Jintu situation. This Gathi was 20 years when they met. This is a girl who was straight from high school. The fact that he was not showing her is, we all know, it's not a hidden thing. Man, it's common out there. Most of them do that, and we understand. We understand. It's part of, you know, survival tactics. Yes, that's what it is. So, Marymore, Dr. Cheryl, I season my ground beef to perfection, so it makes the lasagnas even tasty. I think you can season it overnight. So some people season it overnight, or some people believe the overnight seasoning of meat, chicken, and all that. And the following day, it takes a process, it gets in, and it gives even more taste when you decide to cook it like the following day. Yeah, some people do that, but sometimes too, like what I do, recent one that I did, I make all the oil preparation with all the seasoning spices and put it in the pan, steam it a little bit, everything inside. First, the oil and all the seasoning condiments inside. Then I now put the chicken, turn it around, and I'll leave it a very, very low fire heating, and like that. And it came out extremely well, because I just wanted to try out something. Sometimes when you don't try, you don't know. Then you just get to try and invent something for yourself, something that works well for you, and all the things that you need to use the condiment for it. Then you know exactly next time where was lacking, what was lacking, and how much to add. So that's it. So Angela Marymore, yes, Dr. Shara says yes, I might try that. Yeah, that's true. It's African green bananas. Okay. The matoke. I think then that means the whole of East Africa will eat the same thing. Yes. Hey, Fair Mary. Yes, Dr. Shara, Marymore, thanks for sharing your recipe. Yes, it's good. It looks like Marymore likes cooking from pasta and everything. Yeah, sometimes it's good, but you just have to continue trying something until you find out what that works well for you. Gladys Smith GK. So, who is the Donatus confusing? We shall soon know. The tingle time will tell. Well, nothing is hidden in that place. If not now, later on, everybody will come to know the truth. Oh my God. So much happening out there. So much. So Fair said it's in the wrist. Mary M. Shake it, shake it. Yeah, Angela, I bet, yes. So Gladys, hello, Angela. Yes. So I make my own Caribbean green seasoning and I refrigerate it. Okay, that's true. That's true. Some people do that and they refrigerate it, and by the time you bring it out the following day, the seasoning would have really, really penetrated inside. It brings a different taste. They all have different tastes. Sometimes, two people can cook almost the same thing, but the taste and it depends on how they season it and what they use for it too. So that's what I see there. So Angela, I'm hungry now. Oh my God. Here it's too late. 23:41. I wouldn't even try it. If I tried, I would not sleep the whole night. I don't eat after let me see the real solid food. I won't eat after 5 p.m. I won't eat it because if I eat it, my digestive system is very slow. So then it disturbs my sleep. So I prefer not to. Once it's after 4:35, I don't eat solid food. So in the evening, it's just tea or maybe a little bit of fruit. Sorry, and that's it. So Gladys, if it really looks like it's something is cooking. Yeah. We're gonna find that out. It's not nothing hides over there. You guys know that nothing hides. Somebody must see something somewhere, somehow, or through their own lenses. Something will surely come out. After all, most of the reactors react from what they see through their own lenses. If they don't put it out, or somebody else, or one way or the other, discuss about it, then through some ideas, if we join 1+1 from different reactors apart from the people involved, there's no way you won't be able to get at least closer to the truth. That's what I see this. That's why most of the news, most of the content creators, they bring out quite a lot, and each one complements the other one's effort, because when you check out the other ones, so at least you learn a little bit more to add up to your own. You check left, you check right, a little bit from on, you add up plus what you have in mind or what you've seen, then it brings a balanced reportage. So but it takes a lot of time and energy to do that too. Then plus intelligent reactors too, they also see through the lenses of the camera too. So intelligent reactors too also always put out something here that really help to blend the story, because some ideas too, from what people see, it can also complement the story. So at least one will have something in the middle, even if it's not too close to the truth, but you have something in the middle, and as the days progresses, then the full story would have been completed. So Gladys said, do you all remember when Nassau was hiding the wife and child for so for so long? Then suddenly we see a full family and we adjusted to them. Yes, that's true. That's when he was constructing. He was hiding everything. In fact, I didn't even know that him and Miss Flair even had a relationship, because it was just like going there with Kemi to make video and another girl. Oh, can we help you clean? I could hear when one of the ladies said, can we help you clean? And I think Miss Flair was there. So never would I have imagined that they were a couple. So, so all these things sometimes when we see it, well, we laugh over it, and after sometimes it's off the table, we forget about it completely, and they face some other things too. So it's like it's part of what that is obtainable there. So we just let them do. They are young people. We allow them do what they feel like doing. So that's exactly that. So yes, very cunning and opportunistic. Miss Gladys said, even gentle with the new bike, fabulous move. Oh wow, I haven't even watched him this few days. So he has a new bike. Yeah, that's good then. Angela, yep, I remember Nasto hiding his wife. Of course, everybody knew that. And now the wife is there. Our house. Wow. Well, donors have tried. Donors have really, really tried in that, to really raise the standard of living in that village. I just wish they should also recognize that, respect the will of these donatus, and also be able to change their life. Use whatever they have been able to achieve to enhance their life, and not remaining as begging, not continuous begging. Let me not put it that way, because if I want to say not remaining beggars, then it's like I'm insulting somebody. But for them at least to find a way to utilize from what they have gained from the donors, use it to establish something, and move their life forward. Yeah. So that's what it is. Once they have a beautiful house, they have a beautiful house, garden, everything. And I thank God, there they don't even need the manure to buy a fertilizer to grow in their farm. And naturally the soil there is very rich. So they can grow anything, do anything with it. After all, that's how our forefathers used to live. They live from the ground, from what they plant. And it was okay. Yeah. So Gladys Merrimore, he is more level-minded than most of them. His compound is coming up very well. I watch him more than Mora. Yes, he's more leveled. He's a more leveled person, and he's serious. He knows what he wants, and he goes after what he wants. So that's the only difference. So it's two different people with two different objectives in life. So that's what we see there. And Ferf said, convinced that a young lady to join him at his home for 2 years and 6 months. YouTube time threw her away, basically, probably poorer than he found her. Yes, that's true. But sometimes there are choices that people make. And anyway, and when they're young, they make these choices unconsciously. But probably later on, it plays out different from why they even get into it in the first place. But we don't know. Or for them, it was an opportunity. But at the end, one person will excel and the other one will continue to remain under. So then the fight will come and we will be here to watch them like a cinema. So, yes. And the event said, Angela, he never showed the first wife of older children. Well, that's it. And King, where mothers cough, the children are work. And Maureen, she used to go and pluck Sukuma wiki, and he called her friend. She wore white tight jeans. Miss Flair. Yes, that's true. That's exactly what was happening. That's why I was a sort of shocked at a point. He said, me and my wife, my woman. So I said, but I had seen the video while they were constructing, cleaning the inside. And there were like 3 girls coming in to say, oh, we want to help you. We make video and we want to help you. Because then suddenly my wife or I said, hey, didn't I see well or what? What's this? So we've seen it all, but we brush it aside and we move on. So that's it. And Gladys Miss JK said, refer a reduction, you are right. He threw her out like a chewing gum that was tasteless. Oh my God. Gladys, man. You said it all. So Angela Yvette, but I saw him take out some children in his family one time. Yeah, but the kids, when they are men, we don't even know. The thing is that they start having a family, having kids when they're very young. So sometimes you won't even know, because when they start even a 16 or 18-year-old, or maybe for the girls, 16 years, 17 years, then maybe for the boys, they would have been like 21. So by the time they're even 30, they have big children of maybe 10 or 12 years, that sort of a thing. Then you could look, and those children can even pass like their younger brother or their younger sister, because they started very early. But wow, a lot happened there. A lot of things will happen there. So I think that's the way Moringo, groomed them with the master class, master class 101. Now it's a 102, no, 201, something like that. I think that's the level we have it. These guys, I think they even become even smarter than the boss, smarter, because they project their own, they plan everything, and it's also going well for them. It's going well for them. So if a king, Jintu father, has 2 wives, yes, he has 2 wives. The mother of Sigano is another wife, and the mother of Jintu is another, I think 2 wives. But they feel like they get along very well. They get along. You guys remember when Machete went there with the rogue police, and the younger brother was up there throwing bricks on them to defend the brother. Sometimes, in families like that, polygamous, sometimes The mothers could be fighting and the children will unite. You know, it's my brother, it's my sister, and they will unite. Even when the mothers don't want. But anyway, in their own scenario, though in Kenya, as I heard, as Kohera Senior, Biodad once said, that you have the ratio of one man to 7 women. And for that, polygamous is a must, because without that, what will these women do? And so I think in the villages, they will accept it, willingly accept it without a problem. It will be just fine for them. And the kids will also get along very well. Probably sometimes you won't even know who is the mother of this one, who is the mother of the other one, because they get along and they know it's a norm. So that's what I see there. So Gladys, I remember they said they were from Uganda, and he gave them shout outs. I remember. Yes, that's true. You still remember? Yes, even me too. And the Fev said being young and making mistakes is expected, but so is honesty, respect, and many other things we expect from people. That's why we women are the reason why we are now. Independence is a must. Yes, independence is a must. You can see many women are still very much behind in everything in life, even in politics. Even when you call a modern day democracy, women are still very, very much behind. Even when you go to college, you go to institutions in Africa, you see the number of boys, being admitted to a certain department, and the girls to be admitted to the same department. The difference is there in everything. Even the salary structure too. Women earn less than men. But I see that even in the Western world, that was the case. Probably even in America, I think I've heard something like that, whether it's still in existence, or even over here, some women, that are at the age of, beginning a family, most of them work 3 times a week, while the men will work the full week. So the salary will vary too, will not be the same too. So women, we still have a lot to work to raise the standard of women in everything. We have to somewhere in our own little corners, in any way we can also be involved, by suggestion, by participating in seminars and all that. I think it can help at least boost the status of the next, who could also be our children or our grandchildren. And that's it. Nothing as beautiful as that. Not just working for ourselves, we should work for the next. So that's it. Gladys, okay. Yes. Oh, Sigano and Ejintu are half brothers. Yes, that's true. That's true. They're half brothers. They are half brothers. Though they look, they seem to be very close relationship. For the boys, it's always never a problem. So Fab said, I don't trust those mommies in that village. A lot do happen there. A lot do happen. We've seen it all. We never know. But yeah, Angela, fair me is Angela, true Vico. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's how it is. Yvette, Gladys says, same father there. It's an older brother and sister. Kate, yes, I don't know if Jinto has a senior brother. So far, I've only seen 2 of them, him and the Cigano, and I saw the father too one day, sitting down there and repairing something. So far, that's what I see. That's what I see. The father looks more the Cigano. Anyway, they all have almost the same features, That's what I saw, Angela. So it's a Jinto X still doing videos talking about him. Who knows? Is all for content or what? Check Choma, nice top. Nice top, Vico. Thank you, Check Choma. Thank you. Who knows? Because when everything become commercial, content for content, man, there are certain things sometimes you don't want to believe or react. I feel sometimes like that, not really able to, talk about one issue, because you hear it from everybody reacting on almost the same thing. But sometimes you can also see that there are certain things, because we only get to see what they want us to see. Let's put it that way. What they don't want us to see or to know, you will never know. But it will remain in their circle inside there. It will remain in their circle. They know all the truth that we don't know. Only the one that they want us to know that we will know. Except somebody from that circle come and whisper into your ear. If not, the real truth you won't know. We could just be hearing like side talk, but within them, they know the truth. So that's what I see there. So sometimes I try not to be, really 100% talking really about it. I try to step a little back, watch a little bit. Though it's not easy, telling about somebody's story. It might be true, it might not be true. So sometimes I'm a little bit so. So, and Angela said, I think Jintu, okay, fake marriage. His ex was a fake. There's nothing we won't hear in this street, honestly. The people are wonderful. So Gladys Miss JK said, Angela, I am actually watching her on the TV. She is making breakfast. Gatti will make it if she continues to make videos, but do something else on the side. Yeah, that's true. I said the people are wonderful. When I said that, it just mean that it's more than what I can really go into. Who said this one is more than me? So that is my own meaning. So, and Yvette said, Gatti, who worked for Bela King? Well, and who is this Gatti you guys are talking about? Because I don't seem to get this one. Funny Duke. Who is that? Funny Duke. Oh, Funde Duke. Is it Funny Duke or Funde Duke? Because Funde, I mean, Funde is it a handyman or something, Duke? Because I've heard a name like that. Okay. So Feb said she's a 20, no child, compared to some of the other girls in that village. That should speak for itself. Okay, because if she's 20 and she hasn't got a child, then that means that she's focused on something, either on studying or she wants, something genuine, something serious. Because sometimes poverty drives a young girl. Sometimes the parents just push them there to collect cow or collect something, just in exchange for almost nothing. So that's why most how you find most underage marriages in small villages. It's because of poverty. The family sells them out to collect whether goods or whether what have you from the guy's family. So it's been like that. That's that makes us African. That's a part of Africa. So Robbie Nack, welcome to the show, Robbie. Robbie said in most developing countries there are more women than men. Also, culture condones polygamy in that even men that are married either in church or civil marriage, they often have other wives. Yes, in a civilized world, but you will not know that they have other wives. Those ones will be like girlfriends, side chicks, because if you're really married in the marriage registry, there's some, I think most countries, you can even be charged for polygamy. You can go to prison too. It's also against the law. There's some countries that have laws against that. You cannot even do that too. Anyway, it depends. We see in America, I was watching last week that one guy that married in 5 or 6 states, 6 times, 6 women, because he was able to get a marriage license and just go to the local man, I want this, and they bring it out without even checking him, running checks on him, and he marries. And he go to another city too. He did the same thing over the years. At the end, he had 6 wives. Some will go ahead to have children, and they will think, yes, it's a husband. It's my husband. Where is he? Always on job. I'm on job. I have a special job, special duty, special forces. So with that, you don't even need to comment because it's special job, something like that. And some women will fall for that and say, hey, my husband, he's an important man working for the government, not knowing he's an important fraud man. That is his specialty. Everybody has something that makes them thick, that makes them big before other people. But the thing is that he enjoyed the whole 6 women for nothing. And some will even put down their finances. Because I saw one of them, he said his house, her house, everything, mortgage, everything. That's life. That's women's situation. So it was, Fev said it was convenient. It was convenient they live next to each other. Yes. They live like that. It's also good sometimes by special arrangement. Special arrangement, they also do that. And people will not get to know. But I tell you, people around them, they know everything. People around them, they know everything. Only that they just pretend that they don't know because they cover each other, they protect each other. That's exactly what's happening inside that place. Gatti is Gento's ex-wife. Okay, allegedly. Gatti, allegedly. Oh my God, my God. And some would say they were not married, they were friends, and well, it's a village. It's a, we don't know, village drama. Yes, Cecilia, some African culture are too much for me. Polygamy cows, given numerous siblings. Yes, that's true. When you really attend a traditional African, a traditional marriage, there's a lot. There's a lot. All the families will have a Holland wrapper, all the women, the men, the shoes, the mother, the boxes, the cows, and everything. It's about money if you have the money. That's the day that you will bring out the money, of your family will bring out the money to spend. It's about status. And it will be news. Hey, did you go to this girl's wedding? You see what they did there. Oh, they spent a lot. They gave the family cows. They gave them this. They gave them Mercedes. They gave. No, that's for people that have money. The ones that don't have, nobody will even hear anything about the marriage. So that's what it is. So Gladys Miss G said, yes, 2 years and 6 months. Wow. And Yvette said, well, paperwork carried weight. Yes, fair. It took them 6 months of the YouTube to spoil the whole family. Can you imagine that? YouTube is supreme there. YouTube carries a lot of weight there. So, but we've seen it all. And as long as YouTube lives, we'll continue to see more of this shenanigans over there. So Gladys, Ms. JK said, Corn Mom has how many kids and how many years with Machete Man, and they still have no Lego paperwork, village shenanigans. Yes. Well, who knows why they choose not to, you know, to move forward, to that stage, at least finalize it, whether in the court or so. Probably because Machete has only the machete. And Corn Mom has only her papers. And they could have said there's no need. Or they're still afraid of Biodad. They're still afraid of Biodad because they could really still be afraid of that one because that's what their tradition demands. Or they don't want to return the 16 cows. Well, the 16 cows now is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That could have made Kohera become even richer if they were to just give him even half of that. Let the poor guy use it to enhance his life. Yeah, that's it. So Robinak said it is because of lack of a structured and a functional social security system. So children are the social security for their parents in their old age. Yes, that's African trilogy. The children are always their social security, what they will have to fall back to when they're old. Because when they're old, they don't really need much, at least for the kids to be able to visit them, to give them some small thing, a bag of rice or beans, take them to the hospital. That's all they need at that age. And if they didn't have a good home, maybe a smaller, concrete house instead of the mud houses that are everywhere. At least they try to, make the life a little bit better. And at that age, they don't really need much. They'll be so happy. This is what my son, this is what my daughter did for me, or this is what my son-in-law did for me. And they'll be very contented. So in African tradition, the children are the future security for the parents. That's what it is. So Check Choma said, fair guy, twice coins. 2 time coins. Yes, that's true, Choma. Choma, you get the thing, I know. I know you understand a lot what is really happening. But it's just nature. It's nature because when you in the Western world here, when they ask in your country, do they have a pension for everybody? And you said everybody, you don't work, you don't get a pension. And even if you were to work, I think most of the pensions, most countries in Africa now, at least from people that work for the government, like in the ministries, in which they keep part of the salary on that basis for that insurance. Then maybe working with multinationals or oil companies and all that, or maybe with the banks. In the military, yes, in the military they have small pensions for them. At least most countries do that. At least so that they have something to fall back to, to scare them away from a coup. But now the coup is becoming the order now to change the system. Who cares? Who gets in there will get better. That's exactly what it is. His pocket will enrich, his family will be rich, and his lifestyle will change. Yeah. And he will even have a status in the Western world. Nobody will even care about the finances. They won't even say, oh, this guy came here to launder money, because part of whatever he's going to bring will help for the development of the developed country or a country that's already developed. So it's we Africans too, our leaders too, that kill ourselves, kill our nations. But though right now, I think most of them, they don't even siphon money to go and save in the Swiss bank again, because once the money got there, for them to get back that money, even when there are no more, their family will hardly be able to get back that money. So most of them, I think, they don't do that one again. Maybe most of them, they sink it in a sewage, dig a sewage, or and stuffing everything there. And sometimes the money will even rotten because if they are gone and nobody in the family knew where that sort of money was hidden, maybe that house, the children just sell it off. So the newcomer, maybe if he wants to renovate, that's when he will know, oh, there was something here. So that's it. Fekere, welcome, darling. Where have you been? Wow. Thank you for joining, Fair. Welcome. So Fair says Chit should be the home wrecker. Yes. Check my Fair, agree. That's true. And Gladys said, you reminded me of Kohera. Do I see a video he is saying he is also constructing his kitchen? The same time the son is constructing kitchen, Papa too is constructing kitchen. Well, I think he needs help too. Please, guys, if you're donating to the son, please donate also to the father. Let's be fair. Let us be fair in this distribution of whatever we have to give. Let's support the father too. He needs it too. At least for the few years that he has, let him enjoy even a little bit. You guys, you can remember all the stuffs, the consignment that were brought from America. Even the father-in-law in Argentina, things were reserved for him. And whereas the biological father allegedly had nothing was mentioned about him, sending something to him. Or if it was done behind us without us knowing, because in that place everything is possible, you never know. Hey, Sonia. So everything is possible, so you never know. So, fair, Gladys, Mr. GK, hello. Yes, Marimo. Hey, Sonia, welcome. So we've seen a lot of things playing out right there, because I was just wondering, those things were many. Arosio could have said, hey, I take this one to my father, and we keep this one too for the Kohera. Or probably Moringo does not even want her to mention that name too. But she could have also been, a go-between to talk him out, said, hey, I have a son with you. I think my own son too deserves to know his real biological lineage. This name you're giving to my son has nothing to do with his bloodline. She could have been able to stand firm on that ground and say, man, giving my name, giving another name to my son that has no biological line with him, I don't feel comfortable with it. You have to reconsider your steps. Now that she's in the village and now that she's almost gone, she could have been able to say, we've got to see this man. We've got to talk to this man. Let's hear his own side of the story. because in every story, there's always a second part and the third part. The third part is judgmental, but the first two part is between both parties. It's always very, very important. So she could have been able, knowing that she has a child there, and that child really needs to connect or carry his biological name and not stay on this level. So that's exactly what's happening there. Yes, Fakare said, I've been to big Walmart. Fakare, what did you buy there? The man-made history. Yes, yes, yes. Fakare, all the siblings Kenge has on his father's side. Yes, they will come out one day. They will come out one day. But I think I learned one is living right there in Yabuhanse. One is living in Yabuhanse. And I think they know themselves. He knows him, and both knows each other. Probably the one living there was not able to establish that contact between father and son on behalf of the father. But well, sometimes you never know. It's an opportunity that could have, been open, a small window of reconciliation. If they were really, really serious to take it into, consideration, the smallest window could have opened up this. So, but let's hope it's not too late. Let's hope that window of opportunity will come at least because of the child. Because for me, as a mother, I will not sit down until my child carries another name. Instead, better only my own father's name. But to carry a name that he has no identity with when the other one is there. Yeah, there was a quarrel. There was some problem. Let's talk about it. Let's place everybody almost in the same table and let's discuss. My son is here. I want to be part of it on behalf of my son. Most women will do that. But to give that name that don't belong to the child, nothing. And that name, Machete, that goes around hunting people. Man, what is it in a name? We've seen it all. We've seen it all. We've seen that name. That name has done so much, so much, so much, so much, so much there. So, yes. And the father said all the siblings Kenge has on his father's side, yes. And plus Panga man abandoned the children. Yes, all that. In the future, they will come. If something were to happen to Panga now, the children from the first marriage, they will come out and say they want something of the father here. And it will be a big fight for them. It's possible those ones are even stronger, not like the people in the village here that are so afraid of all of them. Those ones will have a different brain. And it will be a real fight. It will be game on among them. Yeah, because in the village, everybody's afraid. They do so much against these people in the village. They are all afraid. They are all afraid to respond. Yeah. But the children of Banga in the other village, they might not be this weak. There could be people as crazy as your father that will stand up to fight. So, but we'll see how it will unfold. It's a story that has no ending, that progresses by the day with a different, we said different folk, different strokes. No, we have it here. It's just like a theater. It's like a theater, rolling out one by one every day. Sometimes you see it like moving a little bit on the side. Sometimes you see it drifting to the other side. And sometimes a little bit firm. But we'll continue to watch this space. That's what it is. So Robinak, funny enough, I have not seen a contact with the grandson since they came back from the Argentina. Yes, I have noticed that you hardly see him there, even in the villa. You don't see him. So I've been trying to wonder. I've been trying to watch around loads and loads of videos to see somebody mentioning or showing something. I have not seen anything. Even when Demon, clickbait that photo as if the Polish guy was shaking hand with the father. And I said, no, that suit that the father wore, he had that suit on when she went to the Philippines and came back and said, oh, Pa, this is from my boyfriend. This is from JB. And he had that suit and he was laughing with the tie. So he had exactly that. So probably from that picture there, she took it and they bring the photo of the Polish guy. Of course, you can create all these things. Say, finally introducing my Polish boyfriend to my dad. So we saw it all, a lot of, what should I say, that is really going on here. So Mary Robbie, it seems like a Condat is not a fan of children. Yes, it's possible, or probably he didn't expect that this guy will have a son. And probably for him, everything, if something were to happen to the Kenges, it will pass to his own children. So now, with the new arrival, because I can't imagine that he wasn't there, hasn't been there since his boy was brought home. Even the first party at family house, it was only the mother that was there. He wasn't there. So what happened? Where was he? And up till now, you don't see him even in the villa. In fact, even long before then, he hasn't been in the villa when the wife used to go there alone to inspect what was happening there. It's been a while, he hasn't been there. Where has he been? What really happened? What's happening between them? We don't seem to get the story anymore. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. So that's it. Marimore, Robbie, it seems like, okay, Fekere, the abandonment will make them as mean as Panga, or better because of their mother. Yeah, that's what I see there. That's what I see there. But, all the same. So, well, guys, hello, Fekere. How are you, my dear? So what's happening there is that Condat is never at family gatherings. He's a real bushman. I think he has another wife somewhere, guys. I believe that analysis. He must have a mistress in that village or the next village that he's always going to. So he just come back here as a resting house that he has somewhere. I'm telling you guys. Allegedly, because that's what we hear from the village. We are not there. We don't know, except they tell us. If they have the proof, if it's not the truth. But we have heard it several times that he has some concubines around the village that even has kids for him. We've heard it allegedly. I'm not there, but that's what I heard. Sonny, I don't laugh very much. So, guys, anyway, we're going to round it up now, and I thank you guys for joining the show. It was just a chit chat, informal. Sometimes in some informal talks like this, you can, bring out some real, gist, some real stories, based on every conversation. Everybody has his or her own idea to put on the table, and then we iron it out. We evaluate most of the things, and we also learn from what we didn't learn before. We also pick up some few things, and we can be able to visualize that, hey, things could have been this way. Or probably this is how it is for now. Yeah. So Chekchoma, maybe Conrad and Con Mom have separated, and his appearance are just for sure. It's very possible. It is possible. Jackie Cameron, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. Yes. It's possible. It's very, very possible, because you see him less now. What really happened would have happened to him. Where is he? He's a man in action, that once you see the machete hang on the neck or down the hand, he's always around. So how come none of the kids making videos could even see him? Most times, even the kids in the village, when they make their videos, sometimes they say, oh, that's a Conrad coming. That's him coming. They show a little bit of him walking towards them, but nothing for some time now, for a while now. So what's happening? Well, maybe he's finally decided to stay with the other concubine. Well, Kohera said, who is the concubine here? Kohera invents so much grammar about this. So much grammar about these people. He said, who is the concubine here? That's why I said, maybe he's with another concubine somewhere within the village, since we are being made to understand that he has a concubine somewhere that has kids with him. Or maybe the concubine newly have a baby and needs him around to assist. But all the same, we're here. We will see what's going to happen. The story never ends. It's an unending saga there. It's a theater that, has people coming in and out to play their own parts, play their parts. Everybody play their own part. You also have the director of the theater, and you also have the workers in the theater with all their different parts, different roles to play. So that makes a complete cinema that we're seeing today. So check your mic, Kohera man. Yes, that's true. Fakare, you're laughing. Don't laugh. I know you're laughing about the concubine, Fakare. The concubine factor. Kohera invented concubine. He said, who is the concubine here? Man, Kohera has a way of saying things that will make you laugh. No, he's a very intelligent guy. Kohera is a very intelligent guy. Well, we shouldn't underrate him. He's a very intelligent guy. So, hey, Gracia Griffiths, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. Blessing. So, Chek Choma said that he was a no-show for Winnie's wedding. Says a lot. Yes, that is true. There is a lot going there. There is a lot of stories. Sometimes you can't even mention it here. What rapport, what relationship he had with Winnie that could have driven the poor girl at that tender age, was it 15, to go get married? At that age, it's not a marriage of love again, especially if it involves a man much older than her, in which allegedly we heard that the man was much older than her. So that means it wasn't in her real, mind. Circumstances would have driven her to do that. So probably the latest husband now, probably this one, is the man of her life, is the one that she's actually choosing. She looks a bit shy, but beautiful girl. More beautiful than all of them. A bit shy, but it could be out of trauma. It could be, there could be a lot of things behind those simple smile, the little smile, glimmer that she has always. I see her with a small smile, that there might be something a little bit darker behind, that, she forged the smile probably just to forget about the past. So I like that. I like that. It's she's a quite a very simple girl. Simple, just a very simple girl. Well, it will work out. What can we say? So guys, I think I should let you guys go and sleep while we go to. So I'm glad to have had you people on board, and we've been able to iron out some few things, and he's trying to filter himself. Yes, and Fev is basically getting land rich. Yes, there's no land that is being sold in that village that is not the middleman. He's the middleman, and I think he takes percentages for any land that is being sold in that village. So that's exactly what I see there. That is why he's always, once it comes to land, he has to be the one going to negotiate, using his machete to threaten them, trying to put things in the level that he can control. So this is what I see with this very man. It's all about making money as the middleman. It's all about power, control, and that's it. So guys, thank you very much. MC Bro, thank you for coming, but you're very late today. So we'll see you again in the next one. Angela, Chek Chioma might be because Con Mom and Con Dad don't act like a couple. Yes, MC. Money makes happy. That's true. Fev, Letters, and Sunya. Okay, guys. On this note, I said good night. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining the show. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.